Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons, make sure to subscribe and let's get into it. So, another video for the new BRs that were added today, guys. One of the main ones that everybody wanted to actually be lower, the DRAKEN, the J-35D, man. It's finally at 10.3. It's an amazing aircraft. It was already an amazing aircraft, but it lacked a lot of the more modern stuff that a normal jet has. So it doesn't have RWR, it doesn't have flares, doesn't have radar missiles. The radar is very limited, but the performance as a fighter is pretty good. The acceleration is good, the max speed is pretty alright, the climb rate is alright, and mainly, obviously, the turn rate, the ability of doing dogfights and raid fights and others, it's just amazing. Of course, you still have to have the idea, like I said on the J35XS, which is now the sub 35FS, I think it's called. It has a problem with compression, but even with that, I mean, most aircraft have it, right? So it doesn't matter too much, but you do need to lower the airspeed to actually be able to fight those more agile aircraft, right? And yeah, it was already a very, very good fighter, but it was 10.7, the max BR was 11.7, and that meant that basically every match that you flew with this thing, you were facing top tiers, especially now F-16s, MiG-29s and others, which is very, very much a problem against this. So being at 10.3 right now, together with the addition of the 12.0 BR range, it's just amazing. It really, really does help this aircraft. It is now actually playable and it's pretty good. It doesn't mean that it is OP, okay? It's nothing close to OP. I was actually expecting it to be one of the best aircraft that we have in here. And, well, technically it is, right, in the performance department, but it still, you can feel the missing parts of this aircraft, the flares especially, because you are going to face a lot of AIM-9Ls, okay? A lot of AIM-9Ls. There are some matches that it is just overfilled with A10s and A6s, and without the flares, you are basically dead. Here, for example, I have a very good strategy that I normally use when making head-ons with this aircraft. I just turn it off the engine, man. I just try to turn the engine off and try to dogfight. I need to lose energy anyway for doing the dogfight, so yeah. Another thing that you can do with this aircraft is actually one of the missiles you can actually get and use the rockets, and that would be used as a flare. It can be used as a flare. This match in specific will be the main example of what it is fighting these AIM-9Ls. Look at the amount of A10s and A6s that he has. So yeah, you are not safe, man. You're not safe from R60s. R60s can be very deadly as well. The M on the Su-25, but also the normal one because you don't have flares. So yeah, the R60 is one of the best missiles in turning capabilities in the game, if not the best. So it's the lightest of them all, you know. So it does change direction a lot, so we basically cannot avoid it without flares. So yeah, it has some major problems still, but at least now it is playable. I don't think it should be lower. I think 10.3 is pretty alright to it. I do think that we need more versions of the J35, especially the J variant or some F variant for the Tech 3. That would be very similar to what we have in the premium kind of situation there. But even there, the D is still amazing. It's an amazing aircraft, but it has kind of a learning curve due to that. You know, you need to choose your battles very carefully. See, I mean, it came out of nowhere. AIM-9L, doesn't matter. So you really, really need to choose your battles carefully. If I had thought that a guy was going to be there, for example, I could have just stayed on the clouds, and that would make me pretty safe. So yeah, you really, really need to use strategy here. Don't fly too high. You don't have an RWR, and sometimes you will face some VR missiles. So just to avoid that kind of situation, you know, do this, okay? Try to fly kind of mid to low altitudes try to use your radar to find targets and attack them by surprise. It's always a very good strategy to use. Still be aware of flat spins. It's still easy to do them. It doesn't have too much lateral kind of, ability to control itself when it tries to go to a flat spin. So you really need to be careful with that still. But normally the matches will be like this. F5Cs, MiG-21s, MFs, SMTs, F4Cs, and a lot of A10s, a lot of all these attackers that have better missiles than yours. As I said, strategy will be the main thing, but also try to control your speed very carefully, okay? You really don't need to use the afterburner as much as you think. Try limiting your use of afterburners and you will play better. Mainly due to the compression that I was talking at the beginning of the video. You will notice that beyond 1,000 or even like 900 kilometers per hour, the aircraft doesn't turn basically nothing. It is a very weird thing, and when you open the actual air brakes, which are on the rear of the aircraft with this type of wing, it kind of becomes a little bit hard in the pendulum effect that the wing produces, right? So yeah, it's really weird, guys. You really need to be careful with that, okay? But as you see here, the strategy of attacking people from below and with a low altitude is always good. The engine is very strong, and you just use the AIM-9Js for the most effect. Obviously, they don't have the most amount of range, but they turn a little bit better than a lot of the missiles that you are facing in here. So you can deal with it. I still wanted an IRST on this aircraft. It would be so good. And yeah, most of the matches, by the way, that you will face are normally not down tiers, not up tiers. Normally, it's just 10.3. There's a lot of aircraft in the game that are in these BR ranges from 10.0 to 10.7. So you will to 10.0 to 10.7. Yeah, that's it. So you will feel that. You will feel that most matches you will face a lot of F5s. The F5, it is indeed very dangerous, but it is a very easy aircraft to kill, to be honest, in a dogfight with this. You just stomp the aircraft in a dogfight. It really does. You have better missiles to it. The only problem, obviously, is the flares that you don't have. So be aware of the AIM-9E. Even an AIM-9E can be very dangerous. From long ranges that you will face, F8Us can be very dangerous with the AIM-9Ds and Gs, right? So be careful with that. Harriers or anything like that that you're going to face. But normally, as I said, normally we don't see a lot of these aircraft. And yeah, just overall, it's kind of one of those aircraft that you either love it or you hate it. Because a lot of people say that they love it and stuff, but it has its problems and a lot of players have troubles with it. Even the guns, man, the guns don't have tracers, so you really need to be careful. Even with that, you're going to see that most of my matches here that I played, I wasted a lot of ammo to kill somebody because I'm not used to this cannon. They are on the middle of the wing, basically, almost in the middle of the wing, and together with not having tracers, so problematic, right? As you see here, I'm missing a lot of shots. Just a very easy kill to do, and I just completely miss the target. It's just, oh my god. But anyway, this is going to be my last kill. I know it's there's one more. That F5, we went landing, he went landing, and then we went landing as well. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about the J-35. Do you think it's good that it is in 10.3? I think it was a long awaited addition or change to be done in the game. And I think most people will appreciate it, especially the Sweden mains, right? They always love this DRAKEN, and now they will love it more. And if you use the cannon correctly, it can be used pretty well as well. You just have to kind of learn how to use it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe, and I see you guys on the next one. So let's just just see me missing a lot of shots here. And yeah, guys, see you guys on the next one, and bye.